shaky camera footage. I guess you should hold this way. Say hello to awkward phone camera, which I don't ever use. Myst III, the new sequel to Myst and Riven. That title will never become outdated. The newest sequel ever, the perfect place to plan revenge. OG box came in the mail. Okay. I'm not even sure if it was opened, honestly. The story of Myst continues. We have a physical box for once for a game we're playing, because almost everything's digital these days. Return to the strange and wondrous universe, where books become portals into worlds, and where the lessons of the past may yet hold meaning for today. Pivotal new chapters. I hope so. It'd be weird if you made a third game and they're like, nah, this part doesn't matter. Boom! CD case. There it goes again, saying the new sequel to Myst and Riven. 4 discs. That's too many. Disc 1. Manual. This is hard to do with one hand. Disc 3. What? 3? 4. You were hiding behind the manual, you sneaky little bastard. This is gonna take a while, isn't it?
Okay, it's installed. Also, on the inside of the manual, there's a foreboding little message in here. It says, "It's coming back to me now. Why I came to these worlds. How long I have been waiting. I remember who I am, and who my enemies are. Your sons, Atrus, Cirrus, and Akanar. Do you know what they did?" So that's creepy. That's just at the front of the manual. The rest of it's like, here, it's a message from Presto. Don't worry about us. We're just replacing the people that actually made the games before now, because we work for Ubisoft or something. I'm not super clear on that. All I know is that these games are only available in disc form because they're not on GOG and they're not on Steam because Ubisoft owns them, and for some reason Ubisoft's like, well, it's just sequels to one of the best-selling PC games of all time. Why would we want to make that available on any platform people actually, go to and use? No, it's cool. Let's have it all be secondhand sales on Amazon. Alright, so the all 4 discs are installed for a whopping 2 gigabytes. Oh my goodness, where will I find the space? Disc 1 is back in. Please work the first time, and then I don't have to spend 3 hours troubleshooting, because that would be cool. That never happens, but it'd be great. My hope is that we're getting closer and closer to modern video games with each sequel, and at some point I just won't have to create a desktop shortcut to the Ubisoft website. Get out of here. Get out of here. DirectX 8A required. Check. Is it required or not? Or do I choose whether it's required? Can I turn off it being required? What does that mean? I'm not used to something being required and then there's a check mark next to it as if like I have the choice. That usually the required word means not that. Oh, there's a little book on my desktop. Look at that. Look at that little book. I believe in you. You can do it. There we go. That wasn't so bad, and it seems to consistently launch and all that. Presto Studios, aka not Cyan. Uh-oh. Ubisoft. Get out of here. I'm already playing a Ubisoft game with the rabbits. Stop taking over my entire freaking video schedule one by one. Your damn logo. They used to have it... They used to have a space in their name. That looks really weird now. Huh. I think this is the right resolution. I think it's the only resolution. I don't think there are resolutions in this game. This is the graphics menu, which is that it's one of those old-timey graphics settings menus, which is that it's not a settings menu. It's a screen that's like, look, there's a brightness thing. Fix your computer. That's the graphics settings, is make your computer correct. It's just like, do the contrast right, do the brightness right, good luck, have fun, and whatnot. Great. We'll just have to, believe? Hope things work out. Hopefully this isn't a false start and it just breaks the moment I hit start or something. So as people pointed out, the ending of Riven was not as bad of a thing as it seemed like. Because from my perspective, I was like, I go save this dude and his wife and all these people, and then I just fall in a hole into space and seem to die? I think that seems like a shitty ending, because you feel so abandoned. But yes, it is worth remembering which I forgot, genuinely, is that, the intro of Myst shows you falling from the stars and landing at Myst in the first place. That's how you got to Myst, was the falling and whatnot. So I guess it was agreed upon that that was a normal and reasonable thing for us to do at the end of Riven. But me being so focused on the events of Myst and Riven and not really particularly focused on the backstory of our protagonist and that very, very, very brief, never mentioned again intro, I was like, that would seem like a shitty ending, but no, I guess we did go where we wanted to go or something, and we're just very altruistic and chose to help out all these people in the process when we could have just jumped right in that hole relatively early on and just gone with it, because that seems to be what we wanted, but we saved everyone too instead of doing them all to die. So now, here we are in Myst III Exile. I'm gonna land somewhere else, I guess, after jumping off of there. I don't know if Atrus will even be in these games, but he was mentioned in that little blip in that little blurb in the manual. So maybe this is where we start delving into the actual story of our protagonist instead of him being this not passive, but him being a wandering character in other people's worlds and stories. Uh-oh. Okay, we've been at it for a while, but I think I've got it working? Yeah! Ubisoft Entertainment.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, a testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age, one that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Relishon. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to that age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh. Hello. Despite the little mouse in the middle of the screen, we seem to follow it with our screen. Actually, the mouse seems to have disappeared. I can't see it anymore. Okay. Hello.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atrus finished writing Relishon. He wanted us to have a new home too. I'm so glad to see you. I told Atrus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relishon, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks. But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Why don't you wait in his study?
It's pronounced the Donny? Like, not the Denis? Huh. Also, I totally thought that was like a forever goodbye from Atrus, but he seems to be prominent in this game, and apparently we're going to meet him soon, but I assumed that we were saying goodbye to him with the whole part where we jump in a hole and don't come with him, but now we're with him again, but maybe some great amount of time has passed. Honestly, I'm just celebrating the game running. Hooray. I'm trying to figure out how clicking works
You know,
generally.
this trip is exactly what Atrus needs right now. I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months, ever since he found his journals out of place. But seeing how well the Donny have settled in on Relation should help him to finally relax.
Uh-oh. Think I need to do some more troubleshooting. Oh no. Oh, you poor old games. You struggle so hard. Okay. Trippy being in 3D again after the last one. Relation. No? Nothing there? Maybe I have to go around first before I can look at them? Oh, everywhere I click we get no sound. We get a little sound almost like it doesn't work. This is weird. I have to get reused to like how movement works and where I'm allowed to go. Can I go over there anywhere? At all? I want to, like, there's like... I'm scared, because I can't tell if the game's working or not. That's like a genuine point of, like, concern here, as I don't know how to tell if the game's just different, or if it's not working. Because I'm like, look at all this stuff! Oh, me from Myst and Riven would want to look through all these books, right? Look at all these books, and I want to inspect all these things. I seem to be incapable of interacting with any of them. Which might be because I can't do anything. Okay, so we have the drawing from the intro from before. That was them discovering the ruins of the Donny, apparently they're called. I can't go close to this one for some reason, but I can zoom in on the other one. There's some sort of boats, like a boat city. Okay, we'll try the other door, I suppose. This one doesn't open. Okay. Hello? So I can't go over there at all. What? Oh, I can go over here. Okay. Okay. Oh. You're a straight up portal book. So this is the same desk we saw Atrus at during the intro, because that's a rather memorable crystal thing fixed up there. Tamon, thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nara padlocks. As you know, security in Tamana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I am overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may be sneaking into my study, reading all my journals, disturbs me. After what happened to my library on Myst, after my sons, Cirrus and Akanar, destroyed so many of my books, I've come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books, to link each age and find out if the inhabitants survived. The padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atrus. Are those the two brothers? Cirrus and Akanar? Man, they have identical faces. Were they... I'm trying to remember, were they both played by the same person or not? I feel like they might have been played by the same person or something. No. I guess I'll just hop in, right? Not gonna do much else around here. What could go wrong? Whoop. Never mind, doesn't work. At least I don't think it works. Yeah, because there's no world on the other side. It's just sparks. Either the world's non-functional or the book's non-functional. Alright, well now I've gone through his stuff, and the first thing I read about was how, much he's bothered by the idea of someone going through his stuff, so glad I could be respectful.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Relishan book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishan. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve, compared to what the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishan and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months. No! No!
You really blew it, protagonist, man. You had like one job. Not really a job, but like all you had to do was react slightly faster than that, and you didn't. Oh no, somebody's coming in. What should we do? Stand here and watch. This looks familiar. Oh wait, it's the cover of the game. That's why this planet, that's why this world looks familiar. Oh, look at them go. So I guess we immediately chased them in pursuit. Oh yeah, so we're immediately on the Myst III Exile location, the cover location. Alright. Well, time to spend probably the entire game dealing with whatever happened in the first cutscene again. Because we just had to let them steal our book on Riven and go and freaking chase it the entire game. Oh, wow. They did something pretty similar to this when in a Quern. They went that way, but I'm being a jackass. I want to explore. What's over here? Okay, so good news is the game seems to be running, and that cutscene played just fine. Maybe it'll be incidental dialogue that plays weirdly. There's a ladder over here. We'll see if I can fix that or not, but, you know, old video games, at least there's subtitles in this one, so if we can't understand them because they're garbled, we can at least read that. Because I don't know for sure which problems will be fixable or not. Oh, neat. Whoa, that looked trippy. Probably want to go the other way, don't I? Oh, you don't drag it, you just click it. It has, like, two options. Is that what we were hoping for? There we go. I guess. Not entirely certain what I'm hoping for, but there's a ladder over there. There we go. That lines up the ladder with where I need to go, and that gets that... I don't know. When I get to wherever that is, I'll have a better idea of what I'm going for. Here we go. It is nice and freeing to be able to look wherever I want to, but I don't have the freedom of being able to walk wherever I want to. There'll be a little bit of a back and forth there. Ah, here we are. The thing I was just doing things with. I'm immediately off track because I just immediately stopped chasing that person. There's a door there, but this ball's in the way. Is there space for the ball to fall if I went... can I make it fall off this thing, I wonder? I think I want to clear the path. I want to be able to use this path. But the ball has to, like, fall off or something? Why would somebody make this? Is what I'm wondering. There we go. Is that good? There we go. Now the ball's gonna stay put up there. Neat. Alright, well that went perfectly. It is oddly calming to be back in a Myst game, isn't it? Even though it's full of... there's suggestions of danger, and I'm clearly in a place I've never been to before. There's still some sense of... progression. Not progression, there's some sense of familiarity to it, even though it's not familiar. I think I want the ball to fall in here now, and like, clog up the hole. It seems to be perfectly weirdly clipped off that I might be able to fall through there. Still makes me question why the ball, like, what the in-universe explanation is for the ball being here. Maybe it's just kind of fell, I guess. Okay, well that went exactly as I thought it would. Neat. And I apparently really got a hang for what originally was kind of confusing, but I'd pretty much figured out the rhythm of those movements. So is the floor blocked now? Yep, I'm standing on it. Oh yeah? Immediately? Okay. There's a thing hanging down, there's a bunch of lights everywhere. I just remembered that I'm gonna have to look up how to save in this game, probably, because I don't know the controls for it. Does it... Save game. Okay, this... Yay! I'm back, y'all. Okay, and then you go into load, and it's... I'm a little afraid of that now. Let's just go this... Okay, it's there. It's there. I trust it. We're back in the modern era where the escape button opens a menu. That wasn't true in Riven, and it was confusing to me. I'm like, what do you mean I press like F something to open the save menu? Confused. I don't think I can interact with anything in this room besides the combination looking thing. So you look awfully important, but I get the feeling you're not a puzzle. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is not a puzzle, but instead a combination. And I won't probably have any idea what to do with that till I find an actual combination to input into it. Alright, well this was an amusing little detour. I should probably go chase after that person that I was just talking about. I was just making fun of my protagonist man for not chasing after. But, you know, immediacy is not really what comes to mind when I play Myst. So I was not convinced that there was much stake to worry about. Hello, what are you pointing at there? It's probably over there. So you have a red crystal, that has a purple crystal, and there's one over there too. Can't see it from here, but it's out there. Can I shift this thing? Yes. Okay. Can't really make that out. Can I walk around this platform to view it from different angles? Oops. There's the purple again. That's the first view we saw. There was an audio cue, but I don't think I saw anything. I think. Can I walk over this cliff? Nope. We remain not a brave man. This goes down. Oh, we're actually walking along these rocks. Hello. Where have I ended up? Oh. 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 We can just walk up and down that slope. Oh, this is the purple... Oh. Right. I didn't walk up to the same spot. I'm in the purple one now. Hi. That's the weird darkness that we can't make out. Yellow's the next color, apparently. And then back out to the ocean again. Let's turn it twice. So it's pointing at yellow from here. If I were to guess, there might be a laser beam or some kind of sight thing where we go through all these. So I'm standing here. As far as I can tell, behind me is the one I was just at. So if that one's pointing at here, it would go into here, the one I'm looking through, and then go out the direction that it's looking to, towards yellow. So I probably want that. So I probably want to make sure that the red one is pointing at the purple one, just to be sure. Oh, wait. That's somewhere else. Ah, dang it. Oh, and there's blue. There's a blue one over there. So I want this one to be the one that's pointing at it, since blue appears to be behind me. This is just my first guess because I don't know what the puzzle's going to be, and also I may need to rotate it all around because I might be doing the sequence backwards for all I know. Because I don't even have a reason to do this yet, but I'm just guessing for now. You know, presetting it up. It's hard to fight the instinct to just immediately go the wrong way as much as possible when you're given an objective in a game. Can I go over there at all? No. Gotta go up the slope. That takes us up to purple. Oh, there's a staircase here. Aren't you a big thing building design to sell the game by looking mysterious and colorful and stuff? Ooh. A bunch of bridges down here. Here's yellow. I have a lot of paths to keep track of. There's a lot going on around here. That connects to purple. There's the next color. Let's see, let's try to stand... So that's purple. So it's currently looking to the left. Let's see, how would I best articulate the idea of looking at that one? Red? I want it to look at red, but right now this one looks at red. So this looks over there. Feels like it's testing my knowledge of how these things work internally by having me point in a weird direction via... Shit. How am I gonna tell? This one looks at purple. Ah. So this one points one to the left. How many directions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4... one of them seems to point to the darkness, right? This might be a little hard to tell. I know this is wrong because it points me towards the purple, and I don't want that to happen. Let's see. I mean, if this were to point at purple and might point purple towards red, that might be right. But I'm not super confident on that. We'll see. I could be misjudging what the entire puzzle is to begin with anyway. Oh, can't go that way. Those rocks confound me, it would appear. So once again we have wibbly wobbly blobby buildings everywhere that some group of locals appear to live in. I don't know how to click on the book on the bottom of the screen because my mouse is tied to my movement. Oh, right click. There we go. Ooh, is it lore time? 93-525. I always feared this day would come. For years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dani. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Denis, and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we all can stand proud. But I know now that it has been a mistake. The city of Denis should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins, as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Denis fell. The devastating events of recent months, the war on Terra-Ni, and the death of Uta, in particular, have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city walls today, we are not giving approval to the very... Are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight, and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Denis, are to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization anew. And we can only do that if I write us a new age. I have spoken with Catherine about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. 93-526. Will these people never cease to amaze me? I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Denis specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from their ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this new task is obvious. It heartens me that, even as I face my own monumental contribution, I have written many ages in my lifetime, from my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to my most recent accomplishment, Averon. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I'm about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? 93-6-1. Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me dredging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite the picture, sitting near the embers of a fire, surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper. But the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. Ideas for what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. There are almost too many to catch hold of. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a precisely structured equation of words. Q's are hard to read in this font. There's the low res, and the tiny, thin, hanging part of the Q has almost become invisible somehow. Every equation needs as its foundation an underlying concept around which the age can develop. In the past, I have written my books around whatever idea intrigued me most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the results of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether a society had come to exist on the age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighted very carefully. I already have the civilization I wish to see develop. I know our history as a people, and the paths we have followed to arrive here. Today I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way, growing ever stronger as one people. What underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this some more. 93-6-5. It has taken me some time, but I may have found my anchor. It came to me as I was considering what I know about the survivors of Denis. We have seen so much tragedy in our lives, from the destruction of the city to the suffering and loss of loved ones due to plague and deprivation. Yet even in the midst of these adversities, my kinsman and I have found the strength to keep going. We have tapped into our individual strengths and transformed ourselves into something much stronger. It is a characteristic I have seen in several of my ages. Whenever I focused my writing on the inherent energy sources in a world. Long ago, grandmother taught me that no life, no possibility for life in an age exists without the presence of energy. My tapping into its latent energy sources, an age moves out of stasis, it grows, transforms, and develops. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity. To put it more simply, energy powers future motion. Yet as grandmother also liked to remind me, energy in an age takes on diverse forms. Each one has strengths and weaknesses of its own. How many forms will this new age contain? Which type will be its dominant theme? Tomorrow, I will link back to Myst, and from there revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old worlds I will discover new ideas. 9366. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my sons Cirrus and Akanar left me trapped on Kavir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy. First with writing ages like Averon, then with searching the ages of Denis for survivors. I always said we would spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is, I have been avoiding the age. Seeing the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief. I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons, as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I am partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough. Nothing can change the tragedies of the past. Like my Denis kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in the process I will find forgiveness and hope.
Oh god. Oh god, this is a long No, there's so many lives over there. How are you gonna taunt me like that?
They're doing one of those slow builds where they hint at upcoming enemies. Shit. That genuinely made me jump, like, really obviously. Either way, I'm just gonna blow everybody up now. And now everyone's dead. The end. Oh my god! Where am I? Quite the dog paddle you got there, huh? You can't get past this? Ow. Wait, what? This looks completely unfamiliar. What the fuck? Oh no.
In base 4, I'm fine.
Oh, here we go. Ah. The cube is mine. Suck it, Gladys.